All right. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. So, we're gonna try to get this done within a sufficient amount of time. We're gonna talk about our wrestling news roundup. So, let's go ahead and jump right on into it, giving you guys some wrestling information going on into the weekend. Absolutely 110%. So we're going to talk about Finn Balor. Finn Balor has recently signed a multi-year new long-term deal with the WWE. So if you thought that Finn Balor was going to leave, the Demon King, Prince Naveen were going to leave, that is complete misinformation. Absolutely non-factual. So we can look forward to seeing Finn Balor within the WWE for a pretty long time. And I think something that was absolutely the reason why they kind of locked him up as soon as they did was that I guess AEW was pursuing. Finn Balor was one of the superstars that they kind of wanted to pursue as soon as you can. And you kind of think about it in terms of Tony Khan. You kind of see Finn Balor in the Judgment Day right now. He kind of played like second fiddle to Damian Priest, but I think right now they're kind of building that Judgment Day kind of civil war that's going to happen. I know with Rhea Ripley injured as well. Um, Coincidentally enough, her man Dominic Mysterio on stage was injured as well, which is kind of crazy. But I don't know. I think Finn Balor made the right move signing this multi-year $1 million contract. So hey, congratulations to Finn Balor. Next, we have Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, like I said before, his AEW deal expires in the spring. Recently, the broken Matt Hardy has made a return to Impact Wrestling. Will his brother Jeff follow? Is the number one question. And the number two question is it smart for Jeff to follow his brother right now? Like, I know a lot of people, you guys think of me like, what do you mean by smart? What do you mean by smart? Sometimes, especially when it comes to substance abuse, like, not to get too personal, but I had a brother who kind of dealt with that kind of stuff as well. Sometimes it's kind of good to just kind of take time off, reassess yourself, and kind of come back better and stronger than ever. Kind of figure out your own demons, man. Like, you know what I mean? We all have them. Absolutely. Everybody has their vices. 110%. Everybody has their vices. Those who don't believe in addiction or depression or anxiety or like anything above that, they're wrong. Absolutely 110%. People go through their own stuff. And 110%, I hope Jeff Hardy does what he can because when he's in the ring, it's magical. Absolutely. He's like art. It's like watching art. Obviously, those, ladder matches, TLC matches, are pretty cool. So I hope Jeff Hardy finds his way back into the wrestling world. Hope he, gets right with himself. And it'd be a pleasure to watch him wrestle again. Next, we have Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso has recently been confirmed that he is indeed injured, which kind of, it sucks. But at the same time, it doesn't suck because if you were basically banging on him, having a storyline where him and Jay would eventually kind of wind up back together, I think right now, I think it's not really practical or pragmatic. I think like right now you kind of have Jay Uso totally over with the fans right now, main event Jay Uso, and it'd be kind of dumb. It'd be kind of dumb for him to get back into the tag team division with his brother and kind of pursue tag team titles where he can pursue things other than that. Perhaps maybe a WWE championship run against Cody Rhodes, perhaps a chance at Damian Priest, which is going to happen at Backlash. Perhaps a shot against Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is the honorary Uso. Obviously, they've been through a lot of crap together, so kind of like what Sami Zayn did with Chad Gable, giving his buddy like a nice and well, his buddy chance at the Intercontinental Championship. I think honestly it'd be pretty cool that if Sammy and Jay would kind of go at it. Next we have Mark Briscoe, the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, has his son has been born. Absolutely 110% pretty awesome. Me as a father, when my kids were born, I was absolutely ecstatic, loved the hell out of them. And a lot of people out there are parents as well. Or what if you're just, even if you're just kids watching this podcast, just know that, your parents love you, man. Your parents love you because the moment you have a kid, you kind of have to realize that life isn't about you anymore. Life isn't about you. Life is about making sure you have a safe environment, financial stability, basically doing everything you can to have children, to have the beauty, the miracle life happen. And I'm so happy for Mark Briscoe because he's had one hell of a month, one hell of a couple of months. where he's been broadcasting on AEW, here and there. He just recently got, done off Dynasty, teaming up with Adam Copeland and Eddie Kingston against, House of Black. Although they did lose, you can't really, hold that against Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe recently won the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship against Eddie Kingston at Supercard. So, hey, totally happy for Mark Briscoe. You know, if he's gonna be the, which I bet he is. If he's he's gonna be an amazing father. He's an amazing wrestler. No doubt in my mind, he's gonna be an amazing father. So, 110%. So next we have The Undertaker. The Undertaker has recently signed a new Legends deal with WWE. So what does that mean? Is he going to make potentially a comeback to WWE? I doubt it. Will he, will he try to gear himself for one last match for WWE? Why not? Why not? I think the last match I kind of saw him in, well, besides the WrestleMania 40 where he chokes on The Rock, before he had that cinematic match against AJ Styles where they were kind of like in a barn house, kind of fighting it down, where he pulled up with his chopper with Metallica playing in the background, which was absolutely insane and badass. That was definitely one of the highlights and stuff like that. But to be brutally honest, I think The Undertaker coming back, he's looking good. I guess he's in probably the best shape in his life, according to sources, since he retired from the WWE. So definitely happy to see Mark Calloway kind of make his way back into the WWE. I don't know if Paul Levesque kind of brought him in as like maybe like a kind of like a creative hand, but all in all, I think it's smart to bring Taker basically absolutely anywhere you go. Next, we have Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio has been confirmed to undergo Tommy John surgery. When I saw his arm in a sling, I kind of thought, I was like, I don't know if they're doing kayfabe right now. Absolutely, I have no idea if they're doing kayfabe right now. But it's been confirmed that he torn a ligament in his elbow, kind of like what you see in Major League Baseball pitchers, kind of what you see in NFL quarterbacks. What happened to Brock Purdy for the San Francisco 49ers, and what happened to Shohei Ohtani twice. He's actually on his second Tommy John surgery. I don't know if it's smart for him to ever start pitching again. But, all in all, Dominic Mysterio is, I guess he's still confirmed in this draft, and I guess WWE says that whatever show he goes to, he's going to be televised on weekly episodes every week, rehabbing that elbow injury, ultimately kind of being like that, managerial kind of standpoint. I don't know if him and his boy JD McDonough, he's gonna, with the whole Judgment Day and stuff like that. So this is absolutely interesting, especially for Dominic Mysterio, who recently called out Bad Bunny. I don't know how they're gonna make that promotion happen, but definitely something interesting. Kind of talk about, real quick, speeding this up. I know I'm a little bit over the time, but we're Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has recently been confirmed as injured. A lot of people thought that he was going to take time away from the WWE, but it's confirmed. It's been confirmed by WWE personnel and doctors and trainers that it was just a super hyper extended elbow, which obviously, if you don't take care of your elbows, man, you can wind up like my boy Dominic Mysterio, Dirty Dom. But I'm kind of glad to see Drew McIntyre not having to leave like right away. But he has this thing coming up with CM Punk where they're completely, yeah, man, it's kind of cool. Honestly, I haven't seen a rivalry like this in a pretty long time. They get under each other's skin. They cost each other matches. When CM Punk comes back from his injury, hopefully Drew McIntyre from his new injury will come back. That just shows, ladies and gentlemen, that just shows that karma's real, dog. Karma's real. So make sure, you stay on the right side of karma because it might come back and bite you in the behind. So, and lastly, we're going to talk about Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu has been confirmed to sign with the WWE, I think after WrestleMania. And it was confirmed that he was going to make his debut either on NXT on Tuesday, or tonight on WWE Friday Night SmackDown. But I guess with booking and with him and his, the organization, the promotion that he's coming from, he is going to start probably after the draft, is what people are thinking. Like I said, like I know it's 9 o'clock right now, and now we're into WWE SmackDown. And be like, what are you talking about? I just saw Jacob Fatu. Like, what are you talking about, Eric? I haven't watched yet. I have not watched it. I just read reports, articles, basically anything that can help me seem kind of smart. I'm just kidding, no. But like I said before, I think Jacob Fatu, they said that it's no hurry for him to kind of join the bloodline at this moment, meaning that I think that right now, I think the bloodline's gonna kind of take a step back. I think Nick Aldis is gonna draft them in on SmackDown, and I think Paul Heyman's gonna be like, "Look, guys, we need to chill. We need to chill. We have our other MFT coming in, so let's just be on the best behavior." But that was my wrestling news roundup. That was my whole entire show. Sorry, I was a little over the limit there. Hope you all are, they forgive me. Usually the show ends around 9 o'clock. But hey, honestly, more time with my peeps, my wrestling peeps. Talk to me in the chat. Use the tips or donations link at the GSMC podcast.net with your questions. I know a lot of you guys like hit up the chat today. Absolutely love it. Absolutely want to say hi to everybody. You guys are the best. And but yeah, so once again, thank you for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button for the show and leave a positive review. It honestly goes a really long way, guys. It really honestly does. A simple, nice gesture, proves a long way in terms of the show, in terms of just reality, in terms of society. Basically, trying to raise this awareness of peace, love, and positivity from the GSMC Sports Network. And also, we invite you guys to follow us on Facebook, Twitter/X, Instagram, and TikTok for more content and updates. And like I said before, if I haven't made you guys a wrestling fan by now, remember that we have other shows in the GSMC Sports Network and the GSMC Podcasting Network. You can find podcasts basically about anything that suits your fancy. You're driving in a car, you're trying to go to sleep, you're focusing on homework, yada yada, et cetera, et cetera. Podcasts are like the new thing that's in right now. Definitely something that entertains. Definitely something that people kind of use to kind of escape reality. I know sometimes reality could be a little harsh. Life is hard. Stuff happens. BS happens. So honestly, if you guys join us, join our bloodline at the GSMC Podcasting Network. Join our sports bloodline at the GSMC Sports Network, and yeah, just get lost with us. We love our fans. We love our audience. And honestly, like every single podcast you watch, just know that you're playing a part of it as well. Absolutely, 110%. We are absolutely nothing without you. So once again, thank you for tuning into my show, and hey, have a good day and weekend.